Good morning everyone. I hope students you are studying well and you have prepared your syllabus properly and you have taken your exams properly. Okay. So today onwards we will start with the next chapter, and that is issue of debenture. Okay. This is also a part of the company, and as you know we have discussed the first one. The first chapter of this company is your issue of share. Okay. And the second one is issue of debenture. I tell you students, this issue of debenture, the starting of this chapter, or you can say the 50% of this chapter is like issue of share. If you have done the issue of share, right, so most of the questions you can do easily without any problem. And another benefit, if you did not do issue of share, so you can learn that chapter with this, right? So follow the instructions properly, complete your homework and watch the videos properly, okay? So you can cover your first chapter also, issue of share, and this also, okay? Now this issue of debenture. Students, you might be knowing till now that company gets the capital through the public issue. This public issue can be through the shares also, and this can be from the debentures also. Alright. So debenture is a loan. We have to understand the difference between share and debenture, although we have discussed in the BST, right? So when you get the capital from share, so this is your, the shareholders are the owner, okay? And this is your owner's equity. And debentures, this is your borrowed fund, and that is what? That is what? Owner's equity, and this is borrowed equity, right? You are just borrowing. And debenture holders are the creditor of the company, fine? One important thing, students, although we will be studying everything in the theory part, which we are going to start very soon, but the thing is, when you issue the debentures, so you have to redeem these debentures during the lifetime of the company. Are you getting? You have to redeem these debentures during the lifetime of the company. But when you issue the equity shares, right, so that won't be redeemed during the lifetime of the company. That is permanent capital. Although we have discussed all these points, okay? So debentures will be redeemed during the lifetime of the company, and the time when we issue the debentures, its term and condition of the redemption has also decided, right? And what will be its rate of interest, that has also decided with the same one, okay? So let's proceed with the theory part. So it's telling one of the definition you should learn. Debenture is a written instrument or document issued by the company acknowledging a debt, right? The term of repayment of principal and payment of interest at a specific rate are stated in the document. That is what I have told you. When you issue the debenture, so all these things will be decided then and there only, fine? So you should learn one of the definition which is given in the book. Now characteristics or features of the debenture. Although these are the same which I have explained just before. Okay. The first one is debenture is a written document or certificate acknowledging debt of a company. Students, when you have given money to the company, right, in the way of debenture, company is collecting the money on the debenture and you are paying. So what is the proof with you that you have given some money to the company? So company issues a certificate to you, and that is called debenture. So debenture is what? It acknowledges the debt, right? Acknowledge karna means usko certify karna that you have given debt to the company, given loan to the company. Alright. Next, mode and payment of repayment of principal and interest is fixed. That is what we have taught. At the time of issue, the rate of interest will be decided. We have discussed that if it is written 8% debenture. So what is this 8%? 8% is rate of interest, means 8% interest you will be paying on these debentures, okay? Then rate of interest of the debenture is specified, right? It is practice to prefix debenture. Prefix means before the debentures, right? We assign this, okay? So for example, they have mentioned 9% debenture, 8% debenture like this. Now the fourth point is it's borrowing of the company. Of course, company has borrowed this money from the public, okay? It's normally secured by way of charge on the assets of the company. Students, most of the time, your debentures are secured loan. Secured loan means company has to keep its assets as a mortgage with the debenture holder, right? In case company doesn't pay this amount, so these debenture holders, they have assets of the company, they can sell it out and they can realize their amount. All right. Next we have interest on debenture is a charge against the profit. In 11th standard we have studied. Do you remember? Charge and appropriation of the profits. Charge is compulsory, right? So first you have to provide this charge, means interest you have to give before calculating net profit. And after getting the profit which you distribute between the partners, so and so, that is your appropriation of the profits. All right. Well, next we have bond. Bond is like debenture. It is acknowledgement of the debt issued by the company and signed by an authorized signatory. Bond is also like the debenture. The expression bond has become synonym with the debt instrument where the rate of interest is not predetermined. Example of the bonds are deep discount bond and zero coupon bond. Once again, I have to remind you students, in 11th we have discussed this. Do you remember? Yes, bonds, zero coupon bond. Here, company issues the bond at a deep discount. Means suppose the face value of the bond is 100 rupees. Company is issuing at 80 rupees. Okay. So at the time of purchasing this bond, you have to pay 80 rupees to the company, and at the time of redemption, company is paying you 100 rupees back. Right? So what is its benefit? What did you get? Here we say zero interest, means company is not giving interest. But do you think that you didn't get anything? You got. How much you got? You got 20 rupees. Because you have purchased it at 80 rupees, but at the time of payment you are receiving. Company is paying and you are receiving 100 rupees. So you got 20 rupees on the name of your interest. Alright? Well, next we have the differences. Differences between debentures and share. That's very easy and interesting. Okay. So, most of the points we have done. Debentures are the creditor of the company and shareholders are the owner of the company, right? On shares, we don't know how much we are going to receive. That depends upon the profit. Sometimes we don't receive on the share if company is not having the profit, okay? But in case of debenture, we receive that. Fine. What do we receive? We receive interest, and that's mandatory. Company has to pay the interest. As I have told you, interest is a charge on the profits. Okay, interest on debenture is a charge on the profit, so company has to pay this, right? So many other differences are there. So let's take it systematically. First one is talking about the ownership. Everyone can see. Yes, ownership. Debentures is equity of the company. Debt of the company. Therefore, a debenture holder is a lender, and shareholders, they are the owner of the company. Second one is return. Debenture holders return something, and that is termed as interest. Okay, and whatever is received by the shareholder, that is termed as dividend. All right. Now repayment. Debentures are issued for a specific period, hence the amount of debenture is repaid during the lifetime of the company. As I have told you, these will be redeemed during the lifetime of the company. And shares, in case of shares, except redeemable preference share, right? We just redeem only redeemable preference share. Rest of the shares are not redeemed during the lifetime of the company. Especially, I am talking about the equity shares. Okay. Next is issue at discount. Well, students, we have done the chapter of issue of share. Have we issued the shares at discount? Have we issued that? No. We have issued the shares at two conditions only. The first one is at par and second one is at premium. Alright. So issued at par and premium. Okay. And your debentures, now you will study the practical part. You will find that debentures can be issued at all the three conditions: at par, premium and discount. Okay, so this is also one of the difference. Then it is telling about the security. We know that debentures are secured, right? So assets has been kept as a mortgage against the debentures, but shares are not secured. If any loss arises in the company, so the money can go to the shareholders don't get the return on this, the principal amount which they have paid. right? The face value of the shares even they don't get back if any liability arises. Now security, if we, okay fine, convertibility. Students, debentures can be converted into shares, right? But shares can't be converted into debentures except convertible preference shares, okay? No other shares, even that also can't be converted into shares. So it's telling that shares can't be converted into any other security. Will you remember this? Debentures can be converted into shares, but shares can't be converted into any kind of security. Next is voting right. Yes, debenture holders, do they have voting right? Yes, debentures have the voting right? No. But shareholders, which shareholders? Equity shareholders have a voting right. Preference shareholders don't have. But when it arises in case of preference shareholders, anyone of you? Yes, when they don't get a dividend for continuously 2 years, then they have a right to vote. Next is risk. Which one is risky? Debentures or shares? Shares are risky, right? Debentures are secured, fully secured. So there is no problem, no risk. But shares are risky because they don't get dividend if there is no profit in the company, and at the time of redemption also, debentures and certain other creditors, they have a priority over that amount. Now priority, this one which I was explaining, priority as to repayment of the principal amount. So which get the priority at the time of winding up of the company and otherwise also. Of course, debenture holders, they have a priority over the shareholders. Okay, so debenture holders get their amount first, whatever they have given to the company in the way of debenture, they get it first, and interest also they get first because it's a charge on the profits. And if we talk about the shares, so shares they don't have the priority, right? They get just at the end, all right, after paying to everyone. So these were the differences between share and debentures. Well, these were the differences between debentures and share. A few differences they have given between debenture holders and shareholders. Okay, so what are those differences? Status, of course, the people who have a debenture, they are called debenture holders, and the people who are having shares, they will be termed as shareholders. Okay, the return, what debenture holders receive, they get interest, and what shareholders receive, they get dividend. Okay, now control, who is having the control? Debenture holders don't have control, right? They don't have a voting power, they don't have a controlling power. But shareholders, they have a voting rights and they have a controlling power. All right. Next we have risk. Which one is risky? Debenture holders are not risky at all because these are the secured one. If any problem arises, so they can get their amount back. But shareholders, they are full of risk. If there is no profit, loss is there, so they don't get the dividend. And second thing, at the time of winding up, they get just at last. First, company pay to everyone. If company has something remained, any money is remained, then that will be paid to the shareholders. Otherwise, they will not get any. All right, students. So here we have completed the differences between debenture holders and shareholders also. Okay. Now we will take it fast. We have discussed this topic in your business studies 11th standard. Now types of debenture. Students, type of debenture from the different point of view they have mentioned. So first they are talking regarding securities point of view, then redemption, registration and convertibility. Okay. So the first one is from security point of view if we talk. So this is secured debentures and unsecured debenture. Right, students? So we were talking about the types of debenture and the different bases are there as we have talked security, redemption, registration and convertibility. So let's talk about from securities point of view. Security point of view means secured and unsecured debentures. Okay. So secured debenture, that's very clear, where you keep certain assets as a mortgage against these debentures. Okay. Means company has kept certain assets as a mortgage against these debentures. So these debenture holders are quite secure, right? If any problem arises, company doesn't pay this principal amount to the debenture holder, so debenture holders can sell out the assets, those assets which are kept by the company as a mortgage. They can sell it out, they can realize the money, right? So there won't be any problem. So these are completely secured debentures. Okay, and unsecured debentures, of course, that's very clear. Where company doesn't keep the assets as a mortgage against these debentures are termed as unsecured debenture. Okay. Next, from redemption point of view, redeemable and irredeemable debentures. Are you getting? Redeemable debentures are those ones which can be redeemed during the lifetime of the company, are called redeemable debentures. Irredeemable debenture which are not redeemed during the lifetime of the company. Okay. And hardly we have these kind of. It's telling that irredeemable debentures are those debentures that are not repayable during the lifetime of the company and hence are repaid only when the company is liquidated, right? These will be repaid if company is having the money, but when the company will be winded up or liquidated. All right. Next is from records point of view. Records. Have you recorded it in your register? So here we can say the registered debentures and bearer debenture. Okay. Registered debenture means when company issues these debentures, so company issues the name of the people, their address, their whole detail in their register. So these debenture holders are termed as registered debenture. Okay. If they are changing the address or anything else, if they are selling it, so they have to inform the company and these will be transferred in the name of somebody else. Means everything, all the details, if any changes are there, that will be recorded in the register of the company. Alright. So it's telling that the transfer of debenture in this case requires the execution of a transfer deed. When you transfer the debentures, means if you are selling to somebody else, so it needs a transfer deed also. Okay. And next one is your bearer debenture, as I have told you. So bearer debentures are the debentures that are not registered in the records of the company in the name of the holder. So these debentures are transferable by mere delivery. Here if you want to sell somebody, so you hand over the debentures and get the money. Okay. So who gets the interest? The bearer of the debenture. The person who is having, or you can say the holding the debentures will get the interest of that. Okay. So these are the bearer. Well, next one is from priority point of view. Priority. Who get the priority? So here they have divided in two parts. First debentures and the second debenture. That's very simple. To whom you issue it first, they are termed as first debenture. So it's telling the debentures which have to be repaid before the other debentures are known as first debenture. Note the issue, means repayment. Well, at the time of repayment, if you are giving priority to somebody, means this group of the people, this group of the debenture holder will be repaid first. Okay. So they will be termed as first debenture. You have given them priority. Okay. And those who don't get the priority, they get afterwards, so they are termed as second debentures. Okay. Next one is your from the point of view of coupon rate. This is specific coupon rate debentures and zero coupon rate debenture. Students, specific coupon rate debenture is this one, 8% debenture. Well, when at the time of issue of debentures, you specifically mention the rate of interest, it is specified that you will get 11%. So it's very clear, you will get 11%. If we decide that 8%, so you will get 8%. So this is what specific rate you are getting, right? And another one, it was your zero coupon rate, which we have discussed regarding bond. Here you issue the debentures at means zero interest, no interest is there, but deep discount is there. The same example, suppose you have issued at 80 rupees and at the time of redemption you are paying 100 rupees back. So did you get something? Yes, did you get? So 20 rupees you have received in between. So यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया है? We didn't mention the rate of interest, but of course you will receive that. Okay. So I'm just reading it for you. The debentures don't carry a specific rate of interest. In order to compensate the investors, such debentures are issued at a substantial discount. Of course, 80 rupees and 100 rupees. So this is a substantial in discount, you decide that how much I have to give to the debenture holder. So that amount you decide as a discount. The difference between the face value and the issue price is the total amount of interest related to the duration of the debenture. Is that clear, students? You have issued at discounted rate, 80 rupees per issue kiya, 100 rupees is the face value where you will be paying at the time of redemption. So the difference is 20 rupees. Fine. So this will be termed as your interest. We don't call it interest, okay? Because the name we have given like zero coupon rate interest. Fine. Understanding, everyone? Next and last is from convertibility point of view. Convertibility, convert karna किसी चीज को. So we have a group of debentures. Those can be converted into shares or in any other kind of security are termed as convertible debentures, and which are not converted are termed as non-convertible debentures. Is that clear? Yes, clear to everyone? Quite easy. We have already discussed in 11th. I don't think any problem is there. Now we can proceed further. Well, it's asking about the disclosure of debentures in the balance sheet. Students, we know that we are doing the chapter of a company and we have a company's balance sheet. Have you learned the company's balance sheet? Have you learned the format? In issue of share, I have told you. I don't know whether you have done something or no. So if you remember, we have a site. This is your balance sheet. The fixed format is there. And first you have equity and liability side. Alright. Now we have the different heads. The first head is your share capital, where you mention your notes and all, then reserve, surplus, so and so. Okay. So we have one more, that is non-current liabilities, if you remember, and we have a current liabilities also. So where your debentures are, for the long time of the period, we mention these debentures in the non-current liability. Okay. So I'm just reading it for you. Disclosure of debentures in the balance sheet. Have you seen this paragraph? Yeah. Okay. So debentures are borrowing of a company and it's a liability. Hence they are shown in the equity and liability side. Alright. Now debentures may be issued for long term or short term also. Okay. So they are known as either long term borrowings under non-current liability. If these are issued, are you getting, students? Debentures can be issued for a long time also and can be issued for a short time also. When you are issuing the debentures for long time, what is considered as long time? If you issue these, you redeem these after 12 months. So these will be considered as long term, and if you redeem within 1 year only, so that is termed as short term. Okay. So when you issue this for the long time of the period, so that is termed as long term borrowings. So this long term borrowings will be shown under non-current liabilities. Right? We have a non-current liability heading. Okay, and in the non-current liability we have long-term borrowings. Okay, and here you will mention note number, because long-term borrowing, it contains so many things. When you take loan from the bank for the long time of the period, so that is also your long-term borrowing. So what comes in the long-term borrowing? Either this is bank loan or your debentures or what? So that you have to mention. Suppose this is your note number 3. Okay. So you will prepare note number 3 and there we mention long-term borrowing and debentures are there. Right. So where you take it for the short time of the period, so you show under current liabilities. Current liability में क्या आ जाएगा आपका short-term borrowings. Okay. Is that clear, students? How to show and where to show? Right? So you will understand better when you will start the practical portion, and practically we will be treating it. Okay? Well, now we are starting the practical, right? Rest of the things you must practice what it is given, and if you have any problems, so we can discuss that. Alright? So issue of debentures. Students, issue of debenture is absolutely same as we have discussed about the issue of share. Okay? Issue of shares, there will be division also side by side. How we have done issue of share? This was at two conditions: issue of shares for cash and issue of shares for consideration other than cash. Yes. Do you remember? How was that? Issue of shares for cash and for consideration other than cash. What does this mean? It means when you are issuing the shares, simultaneously I am talking about the debenture also. Issue of debentures for cash and issue of debentures for consideration other than cash. Okay? So in both the cases, the thing is, when you issue these securities for cash, so you issue the shares and debentures and you get cash from the public. Okay, means you are issuing your shares and debentures and you are receiving cash. That's very simple. But what happens in case of issuing the shares and debentures for consideration other than cash? Although we have a separate topic and we will be discussing in detail, but I am giving you brief information regarding that, right? So here, we issue the shares and debentures, but we don't receive cash. Why? Are you people mad that you don't receive the cash? You have given your shares and debentures. Can you give them free of cost? No, we don't. So what happens? The situation is, you might have purchased some assets from somebody. Maybe you have to pay remuneration to your underwriters or promoters. If your underwriter and promoters are agreed to purchase the shares and debentures of your company, right? Suppose you have to pay 2 lakh rupees to these people. So instead of paying this 2 lakh rupees, you give them the shares or debentures of the value of rupees 2 lakh. Just remember this word, value. Okay, we will discuss later. So 2 lakh rupees की value की आप share या debenture उनको दे देते हैं. Second case can be, maybe you have purchased one plant and machinery of 1 lakh rupees. So instead of paying, Ajay, instead of paying 1 lakh rupees to them, you are issuing shares or debentures of the value of rupees 1 lakh. Alright. So this is called, and sometimes we purchase the business and then also we pay. That's it. So this is termed as issuing the shares and debentures for consideration other than cash. Alright. So first we will talk about the issue of shares for cash. Not share. In fact, we are doing the chapter debenture. Okay. So issue of debentures for cash. So let me remind you, students, we have two ways to issue the shares and debentures. The first one where you receive the whole amount together, right? You have issued the shares or you have issued the debenture and the whole amount, the whole face value you are receiving together. As we have discussed in the previous class, the whole 10 rupees you have received, right? And another method is you issue it and you get the money in installment. You break the face value in different parts, like you are receiving it on application money, allotment, okay, and you are receiving on first call and second call. Okay. So we have illustration number 1. It's for those students who didn't watch any of the class and they are attending first time and they are watching the video also first time. So let me give you a little brief how to do that. Students, the capital of the company is divided in small parts, right? Small shares. We call it small share. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं शेयर को? हिस्सा, है ना? Generally we talk this is my share, right? केक के काफी सारे pieces कर लेते हैं तो this is my share. He got a bigger share. I got a small share. We say like this. Vishnu. And who is the new in the class? Only Ajay and Vishnu. I'm repeating for both of you. Okay. So company decides the face value. Face value. Yes, please. Company has decided that it needs 1 lakh rupees initially. Okay. So company has decided to have 1 lakh rupees initially. So it want to have 1 lakh rupees from the issue of the shares and debentures. I'm just using both the words share and debenture. So you should understand that this portion can be used regarding the shares also and debenture also. That means simultaneously we are doing both the chapters. A few questions you can do from there and here also. Okay. So I have written debentures and share. So 1 lakh rupees company wants. So company wants to issue the shares. So this 1 lakh rupees has been broken in small parts, and the smallest denomination which has been decided by me, that is 10 rupee I have decided, right? So if I divide this 10 lakh rupees by 10, so what I get? I get 10,000. 10,000 items. What are these items? These can be shares or these can be debentures. Fine. So company is doing what? Company is issuing 10,000 debentures or share of rupees 10 each. Are you understanding? Hello? 10,000 debentures or share of rupees 10 each. So that way company collects 1 lakh rupees as a capital. Okay? So this can be, if you issue the shares, so this will be share capital. If you issue the debentures, so these will be debenture. And this is called, which initially you have decided a small part, this is your face value. Are you getting, students? This is what? This is face value. And when you issue your shares and debentures at this value, so this is termed as issued at par. Are you getting my point? Yes, everyone. Generally, we are talking. Of course, we will proceed with this topic, but let's understand it. Everyone. Ajay, Vishnu. Companies decide the smallest denomination, that is 10 rupees here. Okay, and this is termed as face value. And when company issue the shares at the same price at the face value, so this is called issued at par. Alright, I just extend this topic. If company is having good reputation, so sometime company can get more amount on that, you know. Company issue the shares more than the face value. Suppose company issue the shares at 12 rupees. Okay. So this 12 rupees. I tell you students here, this 12 is what? 10 plus 2. So this 10 is the face value and 2 rupees is the premium. Okay. So when company issue the shares more than the face value, the extra amount more than the face value is termed as, everyone, this is termed as, are you getting? Yes. Ajay, face value क्या है? Answer me fast. Face value क्या है? This is the smallest denomination where I have decided my share, the value of one share. इसको हमने face value बोला. इसी पे issue करेंगे तो this is issued at par. Okay. And if you issue more than this price, 10 का आपने 12 में issue किया, it can be 15 also. If you have issued it at 15 rupees, so more than the face value, how much is the face value? 10 था, कितना extra? 5 rupees. So this 5 rupees is what? Premium. Alright? Clear? Okay. One more term I am explaining. When you issue less than the face value, remember students, shares cannot be issued at discount. So here I am not talking about the share. Okay? I am talking about debentures only. Are you getting my point? Shares cannot be issued at discount. Okay? But debentures Debentures can be issued at discount, right? So when you issue your debentures less than the face value, so that difference is termed as discount. Suppose you issue your debentures, at ₹7. Okay? You have issued the debentures at ₹7. Face value was 10. Ajay, face value was 10. You have issued at 7. So how much difference is there? 3 rupees difference. So this is what? Discount. This is regarding debentures only. All right. Fine. So let's proceed with the topic. So this was the basic information and knowledge regarding this. Okay. So I was talking about illustration number 1. Instead of explaining separately, let's take this example. So 2 in 1. So this is ASPI Company Limited issued 20,000 9% debentures. 20,000 debentures for ₹100 each at par, payable on application by 1st April 2020. Applications were received for 20,000 debentures. Debentures were allotted on 5th April 2020. Okay. So students, wherever the date is mentioned, you have to be very conscious regarding the date. And if you don't mention the proper date, your marks will be deducted. So take care. When the date is not mentioned, fine. You can proceed with entry number 1, 2, 3. But when the date is there, so you should take care of that. Alright? So the next step is to understand the statement first. If your statement is clear, you can do the question very easily. So ASPI Company Limited, how many shares, debentures are issued by this? 20,000. And the name of debenture is? Name of the debenture is 9% debenture. So this is a part of debenture. Wherever the percentage is mentioned, so you have to use this percentage, okay? And of how much face value? 100 is the face value. So another important point, those who are attending the class first time students, this line is very important. You have to be attentive. Either the capital is given, or the debenture value is given, or the number of debentures are mentioned. Are you getting my point? Sometimes they will give you number of debenture, sometimes they will give you the value of debenture. Okay. So I'm reading it once again for you. It's telling issued 20,000 9% debenture of ₹100 each. So Himanshu, this is what? This is number of debentures. Okay. Of ₹100 each at par. Payable on application means the whole amount. The whole ₹100 is payable on application by 1st April 2020. Alright, is that clear? Next it is telling applications received for 20,000 debentures. This company wanted to issue, in the first line which I have explained, that is what? It is telling that company wants to issue. And in the second line it is telling that applications were received. Quite possible students that you have applied, you have issued 20,000 debentures. The probability is very less that you get the exactly same number of debentures applied by the public. Okay. What happens in the real life? Either you get more number of debentures applied by the public or less number of debentures applied by the public. Here I am explaining once again. If you want to issue 20,000 debentures in this question, okay, so you will learn so many things because it is starting of this chapter. So if you get exactly same number of debentures applied by public, there is no problem. But suppose you get 25,000 debentures applied by the public. This is what? This is more number of debentures. Okay. So this is termed as over subscription. Over and under. Over smart बनना means जरूरत से ज़्यादा smart बनना. Okay. ठीक है? So this is what? Over subscription. Quite possible that public doesn't apply for even 20,000 of the debentures. If your reputation is not very good, or you can say you have a new company, maybe public apply for 18,000 debentures. Okay, so this is what under subscription, and this is over subscription. Is that clear, students?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So right now we are not facing this situation. Later on we will do. Here we have a normal situation. Okay. Question is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Company wants to issue 20,000 debentures of rupees 100 each, and the public has applied exactly for the same number of debentures, and debentures were allotted on 5th of the April 2020. Alright, let's proceed with the question. The first important thing, students, you have to do everything under the format. Which format? Journal wala format. You have to prepare the format of the journal, then you will start doing. Okay, and you will mention on the top Journal of ASPI Company Limited. Okay, and as date, particulars, LF, debit amount and credit amount, everything you have to mention. And if you have a date, as in this question they have given that 1st April 2020. 1st April 2020. Public has, you want to issue, you have issued, okay, 20,000 debentures of rupees 100 each, and public has applied for the same number. So those who are new, the first entry starts with the bank, because when public apply for the shares or debentures, so directly the money will be deposited in the scheduled bank. Okay, right? So company has a bank account, and when the subscription ends, the last date of the subscription, bank informs, or you just verify how much amount has been received in the bank account. So two important points which you have to always keep in your mind. What is that? Whose books? You have to pass the entries in the books of company, and you have to think from company's point of view. Okay, so here we have, you are receiving amount, everyone, bank account debit. How much you have received in the bank account? Number of debentures, 20,000. Are you getting in installment of the whole amount together? Whole amount together, right? 100 rupees we are receiving. So this is 20 lakh we are receiving. Fine. Bank account debit 2. Well, let me remind you regarding the share. Share में क्या करते थे? This you are receiving an application. Okay. And even when you receive the whole amount together, so this is termed as application and allotment, where we are receiving the whole amount together, students. Okay, so we can mention application and allotment. But is this your share? Is this share? What we are issuing? Debentures. Okay, so what should be there? What your mind says? To debenture, application and allotment. Okay, narration, of course we have to write being amount received on debenture application. Alright, so the same amount we can mention here. Right, so this we have to mention, this application and allotment we have to mention, that's very important, because later on you will find that we have a different segment, so we have to mention आपको कौन से segment पे पैसा मिला है. जैसे आप लोगों की फीस होगी ना, either this is on the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter or the fourth quarter. Okay, is that clear? Now the next step is, still you have shown that you have received the school fee on the first quarter, and ultimately this is a part of your fee. So we transfer it to the debenture. In the chapter of share, what you used to be, share वाले में क्या करते थे? You were transferring it to the share capital. Share capital में करते थे, और यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? We will transfer this application and allotment money to the debentures. Okay. So on which date? When you decided, those who are new, let me tell you students, here we get the application, right? We check the things, screening is done, they check all the documents, amount, everything, and when they find that everyone has applied in the proper manner, so they allot these debentures to them, right? And we allot the shares. So when, debentures. So on which date these debentures has been allotted? These were allotted on 5th April. Okay. So 5th April they have allotted these debentures, and the entry will be debenture application and allotment account debit to. Here we have to mention the complete name, and these debentures are 9% debenture. Don't write only debentures, okay? It should be 9% debenture, and of course the same amount as you are receiving the whole amount together. Alright students? So here we have completed your first one. That's all for today. And in the next class, we will learn how to ask the money on the different segments, like your application, allotment, first call, and final call. Is that clear? And here, 1 minute students, here you can see that. And remember this point in your mind, as we've already discussed, application and allotment. It should be debited with the same amount as you have credited. This has been credited by 2011, so it will be debited by the same amount. And ultimately, what is the entry? Bank account debit to 9% debenture. One another important point, students, in debenture, always face value goes. Why I have said face value? Why did I say this face value? Because later on we can issue at discount and premium also. So these 2 points you should always keep in your mind, that in debentures you get the face value only, not more, not less, right? And another thing, your application, your allotment will be debited with the same amount as you have credited, right? I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, so just do the properly, complete your all the questions which will be given in the homework, and if you have any doubt we can discuss later. Okay, thank you.